To the clout, I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think. Gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
They go play action here on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well.
Personal
I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
46 down, Marathon 4.
They run again with Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a play fake. Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
Wentz to throw on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And now the defense for Dallas.
Sean Lee's one of my favorite players, and I don't mind saying it because I love his versatility. I can move him inside at the linebacker position. I can move him outside. I can rush him off the edge, rush him up the middle. He can drop into pass coverage. In fact, his versatility was on display even in his high school days, where he was a big-time high school basketball player that had a chance to play in college as well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some room to roam now. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 65 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 35 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
He probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Second down, Prescott. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now Sproles. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good headed scheme going.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's Ajayi. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Wentz going to throw. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still first down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They keep on the ground with Elliott, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They play fake to Elliott. And Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain it?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good.
Lion, on the ball.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On play action, it's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. To throw, it's Wentz. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Down in there. Here we go.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A first down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, 4 down. 120.
They run with a giant. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Great.
Throwing now is Wentz. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be taken very short. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense it over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Sproles, the return. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On play action, Wentz sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 52 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
After review of the play,
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team win?
See if he can do just that. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Prescott on 1st down. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
would
do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. This one taken from the 7. All right, time for us now to discuss Alshon Jeffrey. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
There we go. Back.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
On the ball.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC? Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2nd half starts with a carry by Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
They've got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They fake the give. Now Wentz rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 44 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 180. Let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ball.
This is Ajayi. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Hurts over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And now here come the Cowboys. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott, 47 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Elliott down right around the 25. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And they're running right through it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check to late. And whether or not they have it in them to come back, we'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
Let's go, Greg.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Escaping the pressure right. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It was his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st and 10. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this game. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Prescott now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Everybody take line,
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here's Prescott. He finds Hurns left side. And he's brought down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On third down, it's Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a fourth-quarter lead. And Bailey able to knock it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to let them carry you, but not cause you to do things.
Want to be, is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it, and you get involved with them, that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A gain of 3, second down.
Hang in there now. Let's find three. Let's go.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he finds his man, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Sunday.
On second down, here's Wentz. He'll buy some time right. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And they'll run it here. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage to call it exactly right.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. He'll look to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's back to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go. Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Eagles on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, Silver.
On 3rd and short, Smallwood. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to